All right. From bounding into comics, the new Rocketeer miniseries announced alongside a new printing of the Rocketeer Artist Edition. This is coming from IDW. Now, if you guys don't know IDW Publishing, we just had a story about them yesterday where they took the G.I. Joe brand and they took the Transformers brand and they basically flushed it in the toilet because of woke identity politics and whatnot putting into the thing. They literally made a transgender RC transformer. That's right, a transformer. And now IDW, that they lost the G.I. Joe and they also lost the Transformers contract with them for the IP. They now have the IP for the Rocketeer. Now, here's the thing. I'm a little worried about this. And before yesterday's story about the G.I. Joe and Transformers, I haven't read comics in a really long time. I'm just don't go out very much anymore to see these comics. But I love the Rocketeer. I love Transformers, right? And I love G.I. Joe. And now IDW pushing their 100% of what they were doing, they have the Rocketeer. Now, I don't know if they're going to have the woke stuff that they had with Transformers and G.I. Joe, but I could tell you 100%, probably most likely. Let's read the article here. IDW Publishing announced a brand new Rocketeer miniseries titled The Rocketeer, The Great Race, alongside a new printing of the Rocketeer Artist Edition. The press release, IDW detailed that Rocketeer, The Great Race will be a 4-issue comic book miniseries from the writer and artist of Stephen Mooney. The official description for the series states The Great Race, in The Great Race, a stunt pilot, Cliff Scored, returns to the West Coast, stepped over a looming war in Europe, having finally had enough of his near-death scrapes as a high-flying Rocketeer. The only thing is, Cliff's crosshairs, winner takes all in the air race and runs from California to France. Quote, maybe the finally time to smarten up and fly straight by taking his best girl, Betty, to Paris. But other parties want to win the race for their own nefarious ends. Now, Cliff will end up deciding to prize his truly most valuable of all, and describes as, along with the main story, IDW detailed that each issue of the miniseries will contain a oral history featuring Dave Stevens' friends, family, and fellow artists, all culled together by Kevin Mao, the director of the forthcoming documentary of the beloved artist, right? And Mooney shared his love for the original Rocketeer series in a statement, writing that drawing a Rocketeer book has long been somewhat of a bucket list for him. It grew up with Dave Stevens' unique blend of swashbuckling, also adventures of Cliff and Betty and Peavy, and also the semi-issues that still stand today as one of the most favorite series of all time. Now, I hope he stands true to keeping this to his fan favorite of all time and doesn't ruin the Rocketeer, because let me tell you something. There is a Rocketeer cartoon that they redid. I believe it's on the Disney Network, if I'm not mistaken, or was it Nickelodeon? I forget which one it was, where it was the granddaughter of the Rocketeer. That's right, the granddaughter of the Rocketeer, and she becomes the new Rocketeer. Okay, that's what type of stuff they're doing. The Rocketeer is the source material, and I don't really have a problem with the granddaughter being the Rocketeer, but hopefully they don't change what the Rocketeer is. Hopefully they keep the Rocketeer exactly what it is and not change it in with kind of a woke identity. Now, IDW has this history of changing stuff. Hopefully this miniseries comes out and it's fine, and everyone that's a Rocketeer fan will have no problems with the Rocketeer. But time will tell. We'll see what happens there. If you like this video, please make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.